Hey up and welcome to Callum's Corner. Welcome to what should be the next episode of Don't React. However, I'm 100% sure this is going to make me react. So this is probably Callum getting triggered. I am going to be taking a Buzzfeed quiz. You guys have requested that I do it, and specifically you've asked me to check my privilege, which is a quiz I'm going to do, and apparently it's going to tell me just how privileged I am. I'm going to be triggered by the end of this, I'm almost certain of it. However, it might be good fun for you guys to watch, so I'm willing to do it. As ever, if there are other quizzes or other challenges, stuff you want me to do leave them in the comments below. I do read them. And apart from that, we're going to get stuck right in. So, for this one, I've had a little look, and to check my privilege, basically there's a whole load of statements that I'm going to read through. I'm going to read them out for you, put little screenshots up, and if they apply to me, I am going to tick them, put a tick next to it to say that is a privilege that I have. Sounds simple, probably going to be correctness. First statement is, I am white. Yeah, I'm already kind of annoyed by this. I don't think race is a great indicator as to privilege or not. I mean, perfect example is when I was younger, spoken about it before, my best friend was Edgar Wakim. He was, well, his parents were from Ghana, they'd moved over here, he was a black kid, and they were far more privileged than me. You know, his dad was a doctor. They were far wealthier than me. They had meat every single night of the week, you know. Granted, it was goat most nights, which I wouldn't have fancied. However, they were eating well, better than I was. So, yeah, I don't think race is a great indicator. And I think Edgar and his father would agree with me. That was the traditional Ghanaian pronunciation for his father's name. There should be a little click in there, but my English tongue can't do it. It should be kind of... I can't do it really. He was called Peter anyway. Everyone called him Peter. That was his English name. But yeah, they were both agreeing with me that race is no indicator for privilege. However, I am white, so I'm going to have to tick that one. This next one says, I've never been discriminated against because of my skin colour. I would say I have been, to be honest with you. You know, I've been called a white Tic Tac many times. Yeah, so I'm not going to tick that. I've never been mocked for my accent. I've definitely been mocked for my accent. People tell me I sound like bloody Wallace from Wallace and Gromit. I ignore it, you know, I don't make a big deal of it, but I've been mocked for my accent, so I'm not ticking that one. I've never been told I'm attractive for my race. Yes, I have been told that. You guys have told me, oh, for a Tic Tac, you're not ugly for a Tic Tac and stuff. So, yeah, I'm not taking that one. Actually, it isn't going as bad as I thought it would. I kind of feel like I'm shoving it back down BuzzFeed's throat with their ridiculous presumptions. I don't think they apply to me, purely because of the Tic Tac business that's going on. For once, this is actually working in my favour, which is good. Although, I should say, this quiz is absolutely cretinous. I was right about it. I don't even know how to describe it, how harshly, you know. I would normally say it's AIDS-ridden, but it's worse than that. It's like the disease AIDS has got a really severe case of retardation. It's like retarded AIDS. That's how bad the quiz is. It's ridiculous. But I'm coming out all right on it, I think. I'm not going to be too privileged, so... Swings and roundabouts, swings and roundabouts. Ever been a victim of violence because of my race? I guess I haven't really. No, I haven't, so I'm going to have to tick that one. Although, actually saying that, I have had people chuck Tic Tacs at me and stuff, although that would be me saying my race is a Tic Tac, which I'm not massively happy about, so I'm going to tick that one. I'm going to take the hit. Being told I sound white. Actually, I have been told I sound white. In my video that I made about the time I nearly made love to a black woman, someone told me I sounded whiter than anyone they'd ever heard before, so I'm not ticking that one either. A stranger has never asked to touch my hair or asked me if it's real. That happened loads last year. Loads of people wanted to touch my head. Oh, like a Tic Tac. Oh, is it smooth? Can I touch it? Can I touch it? So no, I'm not ticking that one. I'm a heterosexual. Yeah, I've got to take that one. I mean, that's one of the most basic statements they could have put on there. Literally, it is ridiculous, this quiz. So I'm privileged just because I'm not gay. That is mental chicken oriental. Never had to come out. False. I had to make a video coming out as straight, as heterosexual, because people were saying, oh, you're gay. So yeah, I've come out as straight. Never doubted my parents' acceptance of my sexuality. No, I haven't doubted that, to be honest with you. They would have been fine with whatever I was, gay, straight, whatever. So I guess I've got to tick that. Although it feels a little bit weird being, you know, having to mark yourself down as privileged just because you've got normal parents who aren't judgmental bigots. I've never been called a fag. Millions, or at least thousands of people in my comment section have called me a fag many times. I'm not ticking that. I've never been called a dyke. Well, of course not. I'm not a woman. I can't be a dyke. A dyke is a slang term for a lesbian. Of course I've never been called a dyke. This question is ridiculous. Maybe someone could rectify that in the comment section. I'm sure you'd love that, wouldn't me? Bloody dykey tic-tac or something. I've never been called a fairy or any other derogatory term for homosexuals. Yeah, I've been called loads of derogatory terms for homosexuals, even though I'm not gay, which kind of makes it twice as bad, I guess, because it's false information and it's still a slur. So maybe I'm twice as kind of victimised as anyone else. It's a question, isn't it, that needs answering? But yeah, I'm not taking that. I've definitely experienced that kind of discrimination. Always comfortable with PDA, public displays of affection, with my partner in public. Right. First of all, Buzzfeed, you're making some massive assumptions here, which I've heard you're pretty much against, saying that I've got a partner. Bloody wish I did, but I can remember when I've had partners. And yeah, I have been uncomfortable with public displays of affection. It's pretty scuzzy, to be honest with you. No one wants to see people snogging, full on PDA in public. Save it for when you get home. It's something that should be done in private. Whether you're gay, straight, trans, whatever, PDA is a private thing. It's between two people, not the rest of the bloody world. So yeah, no, I'm not taking that. I've never been ostracised by my religion for my sexual orientation. No, I haven't. I mean, I'm not religious, and I wouldn't be stupid enough to follow a religion that is that petty, to be honest with you. If a religion ostracised me for just being myself, why would you follow that religion? I've never been told that my sexuality is just a phase. No, well, kind of have. A lot of you have said, oh, you are going to come out, you are gay and stuff in the comment section. So you're kind of implying that it's just a phase. But no, not specifically. No one has said to me, you are straight, but it's just a phase. One day you will be gay. So no, I'll tick it. I am a man. What a ridiculous statement. Every single man has to tick that because they are privileged. It's just sweeping generalisations like this make me mad, make me angry. Buzzfeed, you are arse feeders. Honestly, you would live in an anus and you would feed off the poopy little particles that are farted out. It is just... I make more money than my professional counterparts of a different gender. Ridiculous. No, I'm a care worker. We all make bloody crap all money. I've never been catcalled. False. You see, Buzzfeed, what they think, oh, it's a bloke, they'll have to tick that because they've never been catcalled. Well, you're wrong. Men get catcalled too. It happened in the privacy of my own bloody bedroom a couple of days ago. Literally, getting changed and there's men looking through and wolf whistling at me, bloody dirty little workman. I'm not ticking that, Buzzfeed, in your face. I've never been sexually harassed or assaulted. Well, I mean, the workman outside my house, that is a form of sexual harassment, surely, peeping in at me, getting changed. And also, when I was about 18, I used to go to this club called the British Embassy Rock Bar when I lived in Redhill. And there was a very, very forward, chubby girl. She was about 18 as well at the time. And she was determined on the dance floor. She grabbed a hold of me. She wouldn't let me go. She was trying to shove her hands down my trousers. That's a form of sexual assault. And if I'd done that to a woman, I would have been arrested. So, no, not ticking that. And again, BuzzFeed, your assumptions are arse. I've never been raped. Is that an indicator for privilege? I think we need to reassess what we're talking about when we say privilege. Surely that should be a basic human right. People should not be raped. Oh, you're privileged because you've never been forced to have a penis shoved up inside you when you don't want it. That's not privilege. That should just be normal life. Don't rely on public transportation. Well, I do, actually, until I pass my driving test. I'm lucky enough to have a car. But yeah, I do rely on public transportation and the bloody bus. I'm a bus wanker at the moment and I hate it. I buy new clothes at least once a month. No, I'm not bloody Rockefeller. I do it once every 6 months or so and make a video about it when I go to Primark. Ridiculous. Not ticking that. Ever worked as a waiter, a barista, a bartender or a salesperson? I've worked as a bartender and I've worked as a salesperson previously, so I'm not ticking that. I definitely didn't go to private school. I'm not a bourgeoisie bastard. I went to an elite college. No, I didn't. I went to London South Bank University to do my nursing degree. Not elite in any way, shape or form. Elephant and Castle. Definitely not elite. I've always had cable. No, I was one of the last people when I was younger to get Sky TV. It was bloody awful. I have travelled internationally. Yeah, I mean, I've been to France, I've been to Spain, I've been to Canary Isles and stuff. Does that make me privileged having a few package holidays? I don't know. I don't know who Sally May is. I don't know who she is. I'll take that. I do not have any physical disabilities. Well, according to some of you guys, that's debatable, but I'm going to tick that because I don't. I do not have any social disabilities. Again, according to you guys, it's debatable. Half of you think I'm autistic. I'm not. I don't. I'll tick it. I do not have any learning disabilities. Again, you guys think I do. I don't. I'm not. I'll tick it. I've never taken medication for my mental health. Yeah, when I had depression, I took antidepressants a few years ago. Yeah, I'm happy to admit to that. I've never been told I'm overweight or too skinny. Yeah, you guys told me fat all the time. I'm not ticking that. I consider myself to be physically attractive. No, I'm under no illusions. And even if I was previously, you guys have definitely smashed the hell out of that, haven't you? Beaten that out of me. There's no way I'm going to consider myself to be physically attractive in any way, shape or form now. There is a place of worship for my religion in town. I'm not religious, so I guess everywhere is my place of worship. So I'll have to tick that. I've never been called a terrorist. No, I've never been called a terrorist. One of the few things that I've never been called. God, that went on way longer than I'd hoped it would. Right, let's check my privilege. You're not privileged. In your face, Buzzfeed. I am not privileged. As a white single male, that's probably quite surprising. Anyway, let me read you the little cretinous blurb that Buzzfeed have given me. You're not privileged at all. You grew up with an intersectional, complicated identity, and life never let you forget it. You've had your fair share of struggles, and you've worked hard to overcome them. We do not live in an ideal world, and you've had to learn that the hard way. It is not your responsibility to educate those with more advantages than you. But if you decide you want to, go ahead and send them this quiz. Hopefully it will help. I wouldn't send this quiz to my worst enemy. It's absolute poo city. It's rubbish. Hated every second of that. Although, surprisingly, I didn't get massively triggered. It was so laughably bad. Right, let's draw a line under this. Please do suggest better stuff for me to do than this, because that was AIDS. That was awful. That was just cretinous. That was repulsive. I'm aware I'm using the same words over and over again, but I cannot think of anything to describe just how bad that quiz was. Awful. Could be used as toilet paper. That's the only thing it's suitable for. Okay, that's the end of the video. We've established that I'm not privileged and that BuzzFeed is they're just dickheads.